Listen up, you fine folk. You're about to listen to one of the most dynamic recordings ever. We're a Connecticut-based podcast that will never ask for a Patreon. That's not what this is about. This is about recording creativity, imagination, run loose in the time when those things are needed. Welcome to Dungeonetics. On our previous episode of Dungeonetics, the boys believe they have dealt with the Black Hand fully, truthfully, and honestly. That's, well, you know how your social status can move from single to married to it's complicated? Well, the Black Hand, it's complicated. We're looking for any sort of allies, any sort of wartime buddies that will just not stab us in the back. So listen in on this particular episode of Dungeonetics, and please, we believe that we had an ally in a section of orcs, and we kind of were nice to the frost giants. Now we're coming down to the end game. The slumbering worm will attack. Which ally he chooses is all up to us. Kinda. Just listen in. John's gonna explain everything.
The last time, the group basically made a last stand against a attacking horde of undead at the town of Black Rock. Saved by the riders of the Wheeled Valley. Hit them after you guys held them at bay with a group of militia. Afterwards, you guys spent a day as the town packed up, as everything was moving south of the river for protection. You guys did some exploration, didn't find anything of particular note. Just the revealed. Yeah, just the revealed. So, you guys spent there during that day. Most of the town started evacuating, and a train of refugees started heading south to Wheeled Cross, which is the capital of one of the other baronies next to the regent's land. You followed that group. You exchanged horses when you got to Wheeled Cross and rode west back to Linbury. Afterwards, you guys agreed to, split apart to spend 2 days dealing with your own personal needs and responsibilities. And after those 2 days, you have come back together, see where the next steps take you.
So Drago, I speak in third person. There has been some incidents with some refugees in the west. What is west of our town?
It would be this way.
Linbury.
And so,
Well, that's all the way west, but
yeah.
so
where are we on this?
Where you first went is Ansom's Crossing, which is right here.
Yeah.
That's where you guys went. That was the town that was getting infrequent undead attack.
Yeah.
You went up to Timberton. Timberton was destroyed and massacred. Everyone was dead there, except when the second time you went back, you found some refugees in the basement of the tavern.
Yeah.
And then from there, you went up to the Dwarven Barrow, collapsed it to slow down the army of the dead coming from Kellen. Then you went back to Ansom's Crossing, told them to evacuate, and then turned into gas and went up to Durin. You fought the Vile and Durin. Then after his death giant took what was left of his forces, started marching it down. You warned Fellcross. Fellcross evacuated down to Linbury. Who didn't evacuate was killed by the undead. You guys arrived right as they were passing the river and heading towards Black Rock. You use the giant bats to fly ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, using magic to contact riders in Lindberry for help. Then you help defend this city or town from the encroaching undead. The riders rode up, hit them from behind. You defeated it, scattered. A few hundred zombies scattered off into the night. Then afterwards, you guys evacuated with the refugees, heading down the wheel cross. And then you rode over to Lindberry.
Wow, this is how history books work, by the way. We completely glazed over the fact that we committed a huge atrocity in the past during that whole process.
Well, people don't know that.
When I read the history books, buddy.
That happened. It was only us and that dragon that we killed, so there's really nobody to say it was us.
No one knows.
Also, yes.
So we're
Also,
not-
while you were in Durin, you freed Nolan in the past
And then
and brought him to the future. Yes. When you guys went there, Wolfsbain went off with Nolan, but Wolfsbain met you guys in Lindberry. He was already here by the time you arrived.
And Iris also knows what we did. So,
So now that you guys have done everything, what is your next agenda? The other thing is you did secure the shard from the vial, and you before the Battle of Blackrock gave that shard to Mercy.
Did we have confirmation of it too?
Oh yes.
So I do know there has been small groups disappearing to the west of us. Where these refugees, but their bodies are turning up decapitated. So I celebrated my newfound freedom, and these are the stories I was told by some locals. That there is something going on to the west of us. I don't know if this town over here, between where we are and John, is that Greeley?
Gailey?
Gailey. So I don't know if it's happening near there, between this town and that town, but people are showing up decapitated. So I don't know if I don't know what else has happened to you guys.
Why decapitated?
Don't know. They just found the bodies with no heads. This is the stories I've been told.
Is this,
You want to send us?
I don't know if it's
Sleepy Hollow.
spooky stories.
Because if it's not zombies, that's how you remove the brainstem, right? You chop off the head, that's one way to get rid of them, or dash the frontal cortex. What other creatures do you need to chop the head off to kill them? Besides
They're
everyone.
not creatures, man. They're just people that need
vampires, you
decapitated.
can cut their heads off. You can pretty much any undead, almost. You know?
I mean, pretty much anything. You can cut its head off and it'll die.
Yeah.
They sent some.
You're right.
They sent some riders to protect
Whoa.
Except for
some of
maybe,
the refugees.
except for maybe worms. I mean,
Yeah.
worms just.
They sent people to protect these
John.
refugees, and
Yep.
then they
I'm sorry,
disappeared.
can you
And
switch
then
out my
they just found the
magic
bodies
for
with
detect
no
good
heads.
evil?
You want to send some of our?
Sure.
I meant to do that. I hit detect.
There is a group of dark riders who are
Funny you do that
responsible
after you hear the prologue to the story.
for
Oh,
stalking.
no, I meant to do that
refugees.
ahead of time. I
That's what
wanted it for a
that's what the
specific
locals are
reason.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. So we could take it ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the main issue still is hunting the slumbering worm and ending this once and for all.
Do we have?
So what
any
spell do you,
survivors?
just
I mean,
a
the
side
words-
note, what spell do you want to drop? You
Oh,
circled-
can we drop protection from good and evil?
Sure.
I feel like the slumming worm's been neutered to an extent at this point. And there's other big bads out there that are under the influence of other
Well, yeah, we
bigger
found out that
bads.
Bane Souls' son
too,
is
so
kicking it
yeah.
in the realm.
So I think right now the slumbering worm is taking a bit of a hit and might take a very decent amount of time to rebound. So we might be able to look into some of these other things while he's
Okay.
severely weakened without letting him regain too much strength.
We do have to head west to go towards the Slumbering Worm anyway, don't we?
I don't know what we're
And
doing.
let's not pretend, we're not weakening him in any way, just weakening his ability to influence things at this
At this point in time.
Or so we think.
Well, I mean, we just took out the entire undead army that was.
It just, back in my old day, when we used to play the good game of Brisk, once the enemy was even weak, trounce, destroy.
Yes, and normally you would do that, but we have too many fronts going on right now. So,
Should we find out if there's any survivors so we get a little more detail?
Yeah, we can go back to the tavern that I was at.
No, not you.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, let's go back.
Let's just investigate and see where we can go from there.
so are we going, is everybody gonna go over there downtime?
Where did you hear that you were there?
Just a local tavern. Oh yeah, it's just train.
That's it, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the locals were talking about it.
Did they give any inkling whatsoever, like what's in the area or any?
Just the
or
west
any-
of us is where they sent some people to help the refugees.
And there's
and they-
nobody has witnessed anything.
They
at
just
all.
found decapitated bodies of the people they sent out. So
Oh, the people they sent.
yeah, to help to
They
kind
sent
of
people to help. Those people
didn't come back, and they just found their
They
bodies.
came back without heads.
Well, they found their bodies. They
So
came
let's-
back headless.
Let's go to the people that sent the people out
I swear to
Yeah.
God.
that died.
Yeah. it's-
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could talk to.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that. The other thing, while you guys are getting together, you get two missives of basically from different messengers. One of them is from Lord Cabin, asking you to report in. The other one is from the Regent, asking you to report in.
I'd say captain first. Because once we
I say
do
the region first.
Yeah, but the region is going to give us like orders that we couldn't then. We'd have to like it would trump whatever the captain's going to say.
We need to figure out where our loyalties lie. Do they lie with the cabin or do they lie with the regent?
Yeah. So
And the regent is in charge of the boy, and we really want the boy to be on our side.
Otherwise, this was all for naught.
yeah. Yeah. If we went to the lesser of the two first, that would make more sense because we can see if his ideas are aligned with Cadman after that. You know what I mean?
I like to check in with my dog. It's not for
Yeah,
nothing.
if the captain's telling us to do something that's
I miss-
totally different or opposite against the
Yeah.
region,
Right.
then
That
we
we
know
Yeah, we gotta respond to
the
one
captain is compromised.
Whoever's gets. We just
John-
wait until they both come back with the answers, and then we just decide which one we want
Is
to listen
Wolfsbain's
to.
back?
Right.
Wolfsbain?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I've been here for 5 days.
He was here before you guys got back from Black
He's
Rock.
been hanging
I've
out.
been hanging out.
I need to hear
I didn't know. I thought
Yeah,
you were still
what's
gone.
going on?
So during the downtime,
You went with
Duffin met with someone and had to leave town suddenly.
impossible.
Did anybody see who, or did you just?
It was an elf. You guys didn't see, but you heard from one of the other gate guards
Okay.
that they left out the north gate.
So and
Can
when?
I see if I can have maybe Gibbs and shit, what's his name? The ranger.
I don't know. One of your 25 people.
Yeah, one of your 30 guys on your team.
The ranger.
He's been recruiting.
Tail them or.
You could try.
You have like recruiting offices in each town.
They would have, like I said, you guys didn't hear directly. You heard from a guard at the end of his shift.
Pointing at the.
So
We want you.
by the time you send them out, they will have gotten
So bad with the hat.
a substantial head start.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
So where are we currently?
You're in the city of Lindbergh. You guys
Yeah.
just met in the tavern.
We're all around each other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're sitting at a table.
I just told you
right.
all the
I'm
stuff that would
gonna-
happen.
We're
I'm
all
gonna-
sitting around each other.
I'm gonna cast Detect Good and Evil on Wolfsbain.
I'll say exactly what happened.
No, just no.
Nothing bad
No,
happened.
let him do it.
I'll restrain him if he's gonna do
It's
anything
like the whole,
silly.
but the whole point is to
See if you're
Check.
find out if you're compromised. And so,
Oh, good smart move.
Yeah.
We always take a little rest.
Alright, you cast it.
Don't breathe.
So it affects everything within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
So you do not detect anything from Wolfsbain, but for a moment you do detect a pang of evil, and then it is gone. But it wasn't at your table.
Interesting.
Do I notice anything while I detected that pang of evil?
Give me a perception check.
Alright, will do. There's. That's a 2.
You could always ask
You
me
look
if I-
around by the time you don't.
Okay.
You know, and it's like I said, it's just for a few seconds,
Hmm.
and then it's gone.
Alright.
Interesting.
I'll let everybody know that. But I don't let Wolfsbain know that I was casting that on him.
Okay.
Secret.
Can I show everyone the cool, handy dandy box I have installed? Maybe a little bit. Do you think I could probably? You think I could tell them about the box? The box idea?
What's
my
the
box
box?
idea?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, fantastic, guys. If it's okay with the party, when we go to a place that has an established center or culture or something of that sort.
Is this about getting 24-year-olds married again?
No. I'm still on that because I love love and hate. Anyway, the thing is,
That's what he did.
I'm gonna install this box, and I point at it. It's this beautiful, like iron reinforced, bolted on to maybe like a something, like a stone, like a side of a bar. And
Like
on
a
it,
mailbox.
and on it has an inscription. I can look
Like
up
a
what I
mailbox.
Like a
wrote.
mailbox.
But basically, what it is a
I'll hit it with
box
my car and drive it down.
with
the
a
road.
pen and paper. And if you want, you can write a wish or a prayer.
a
You
mailbox.
drop in the box, and when the traveling
Milkman?
cleric comes by, they'll read off the prayer no matter what. It doesn't matter who.
It's like a Santa Claus box.
Suggestions or possible whatever. If you want to drop a coin in it, so be it. But that's not even suggested on the box. In fact,
It's an all-purpose
give me 20 seconds.
Is it an all-purpose box?
I wrote down what it says on it.
This isn't.
If I buy a,
This isn't going to be like a.
No, it's just in my bag. Don't worry. It's not going to take a penny every time. It's
It's like
just
that Keanu Reeves movie.
it's a mailbox.
Oh, the lake house?
Yeah, the lake house.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something a safety officer would do.
Can we talk to the people in the future or the past with it?
So if I buy a box,
No,
but if I buy a box for a certain rate,
You're not buying a
can I
box.
put it inside that box and then that gets sent somewhere else?
it's
not
like
a
a flat
mailbox.
box.
If it fits.
It's
it
in the
ships.
mailbox. There's only one.
Alright, they really make it like an alms box where people can leave like prayers and stuff in there, and then he goes around and collects them.
Like a wishing well. Like a
Kind of.
It's like a,
Yeah.
It's like a
Basically,
religious suggestion box.
Is this so you can spy?
when you're
Words.
when you start to worry and your mind cannot rest, place those thoughts onto paper and let the blessing box do the rest.
Oh, blessing.
And then in calligraphy, no one shall be unloved. Oh, no one shall be left unloved. That's all it says.
A blessing box is what you should.
A blessing
have
box.
said.
Just installing some blessing. No one's opposed.
Nah, I'm not opposed.
Go ahead.
That would be
I
nice.
don't have to get the
Where are you
box.
gonna put
out
it?
of
In the
here.
tavern?
Well, I mean, I would
You're gonna
attach
get a
it.
lot of weird shit.
You're a lot of-
Well,
No.
that's the thing.
People are gonna puke in that
Put it
box.
in the center of town.
Actually, while we're at the
Put it by the church.
I ask our 2 clerics if they know what this charmed bracelet is, or the
The
only have
necklace
one.
charm the soldier gave you.
yeah.
We only have one cleric right now, correct?
2.
Too.
Oh.
Get it right. Good price.
Oh, he's a druid.
Oh,
never
we
seen
only have
Oh,
one.
whoa, you're acknowledging that there's
No,
a
I'm
second?
saying.
Oh,
At home we have 2.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
In the
whoa,
game
whoa.
we have 1.
It's not a religion rule, is it?
Oh, they didn't roll whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. Wow, it's a 3.
You're like, yeah, it looks.
It's a 15.
Everyone's really excited.
So it is.
Look at
A magical
look at
blessing.
Cleric, the party cleric
What?
over there.
A magical blessing?
Yes. It is. It is inscribed with a blessing of strength.
I was.
Hey, man, it's a strength.
I just about to, so
It's
they'll-
imbibed with a blessing of strength.
All right. Well, thanks.
Do you want me to dispel it?
Say something.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
Wait till we figure it
Is it
out.
important? You gotta make something.
I wear it.
Nice. You have to attune to it,
Come
I'm
on.
assuming.
I don't know.
Yeah, you spend the time. You guys are attuned to it. You do feel stronger.
What does it do as far as like how much strength?
So we'll get your strength.
Is it like the same amount that you get from maybe a boon from the ag? Like,
Well, no, it
that
was
much?
another soldier that I saved.
No, I'm just trying to point out there's other ways to get those things.
So, where are you guys headed?
All right, well, first, I think we're going to ask Wolfsbain where he went.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Forever.
Where'd you go for 5 days?
I went off with
Nolan.
Nolan, and
Yeah.
we went to Fellcross, to the tree. We took a bit to figure out how to open the tree. While we were trying to figure that out, I got a message from Pa. He is somewhat successful at his mission, but now he was trying to figure out how to get out of where he was, and now I believe he's stuck in the Nexus. Correct.
Oh, I have a key for that. Let's go.
Correct.
Stuck
You
in
do?
the Nexus.
Yes.
We
Doesn't know how to
can
get
get
out.
in.
Where's your key for it?
Yeah, it's my body somewhere.
So,
It's not in my hands.
so the confusion on that is he's not in the Nexus.
Okay.
So
Okay.
He's still in the Feywild.
Okay, that's what I
But-
thought. But yeah, the way you
the
said
question
it got me
I have
confused.
is how
Okay.
does Alex still have a key to get to the Nexus? Like, what did he get that gets him?
He's got
Well,
a
he's
gem.
got. No, it's not
No,
the gem.
The gem is
The gems.
in
The gem
Hunter's
powers
machine now.
things in the Nexus,
Oh.
but there's an amulet that
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
unlocks
that's
it.
something. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway,
I
so
didn't know.
in that case, then he's stuck in the Feywild still, and now Nolan's there because Nolan went into the tree and then told me to head to here. So Nolan's in the Feywild as well. So maybe they'll meet up and they could buddy cop it. Who knows?
I haven't heard from them, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Well,
So.
the Feywild is out towards the west, right? We were also thinking about going that direction, so we could.
Well, the Feywild is not just
It's a
like
different plane.
a
It's-
location.
Yeah, it's
It
different
is a
plane.
whole other
Plane.
world kind of
Yes.
that overlies this one.
Yeah, but what I mean is we have two ways in. Well, we have two possible ways in. We get the tree, and we have the bark.
Well,
No, the bark was consumed.
The bark-
Paul burnt
yes.
the bark to create the portal
Yes.
Oh,
and walked in.
Yes.
I see.
There's
So
not-
the only crossing you're aware of is
Correct.
the tree in
And then the
Fellcross.
tree is in Fellcross, which is now in ruins because the undead went through there, and no one had to cloak us so we can even get into.
What do you mean
There was
in
another
ruins?
point where the veil was thin, though.
There is other points,
We got
but
taken over.
Like we could go up to where we
Completely.
came across those red
So-
caps.
Everyone's dead.
well, yeah. But remember, since
Who's
then,
there?
But the tree is
Duffin has
still
spent
there.
down time
Tree's fine.
repairing the veil by
Oh,
healing
okay.
the tree.
Yeah.
Should we send our extra members to secure the tree area since it is wiped out?
Bad idea.
I think that's a grand idea.
Or somehow build a secondary base in Fellcross.
Can we do that?
Let's do it.
Hey,
This, go ahead.
what did you say back to Pa?
I told them that I was not with you guys because we got separated because I was on a different mission, and that hold on.
P.S. The raccoon thinks you're a traitor.
Who?
Sorry.
Who is the traitor?
Rocket raccoon.
Rocky Raccoon.
Yes, Rocket Raccoon thinks you're a traitor.
Rocky always thinks I'm a traitor.
Well, I don't think you're a traitor.
No, I think it's Paul's a traitor.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Paul
I mean,
is.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
He's doing something.
you just have to believe
Yeah, but
in
exactly.
the concept of greater good. It's something that Paul told me once while he was very
Oh, I
intoxicated.
told him we were alive.
Now.
He hasn't exactly been.
He asked where
Of course
the
not.
paintings were. I said they were painted in tower behind bathhouse. All three Eldreds painted. Is that the word? Eldred?
Oladrin.
Eldreds, okay. I said shit was hitting the fan. Dead are on the move. Have gotten messages. And I missed them in bunches.
You missed it.
I did.
I did.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Heart.
XOXO.
And that was the last I heard from him, I believe.
You ever heard from him since?
Eggplant.
Extra
You
You better believe it.
haven't heard from him since.
Before taking our usual trip to the green room, let's discuss 3 ways we can all help lengthen the war. Here they are. First, throw away all your extra equipment. Second, don't take care of the equipment and ordnance you have left. Third, waste your field rations. Only eat the parts you like. Well, that's only 3 ways. But if each and every man and woman in the service indulged in just those 3 consistently, V-Day would be a far cry indeed. Of course, no one would act like that on purpose, but unfortunately, we all tend to treat GI materiel a little bit like a stepsister. And when you multiply your callousness and wastage 1 million or more times, it's no longer funny. So let's not help lengthen the war. Let's shorten it by conserving everything we have.
Pod sent back to me that he had a half failure, resources acquired, but paintings fully guarded in Tower Spa. Extraction needed as trapped in Feywild by a previous sealed church near Tower. And he has Silvari.
Sylvae?
Silvari?
Silvari is a high priestess to the...
And help.
Yeah. And help, yeah. Basically, I think, if I may, Pa just found this and lowly put 1 and 1 together and thought maybe the reason why there is so much corruption coming into the Fae is because it's lacking what was a healthy church or a healthy thing to keep this influence out. That's how the hags got in. So, also thinking that as a sealed building, it might be the place where the things were, magically turned out wrong.
I like the idea.
An ox spell was
Too much
cast.
information.
I like the idea of sending some of our other members out to get out and secure Felcross while we meet up with the region and the...
At least to secure the tree, yeah.
Yes, to get ahead and then have maybe a scout come back, and as we're kind of headed out west, we would either direct towards Felcross or whatever's going on with these headless people. Give us more options.
Right.
So the question is, who's got dudes available?
So
Might be
I,
the same place. Might be coming from Felcross.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I received a message from Pa as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right, you have a message too now.
wait, he's sending.
And I also have like a bunch of new
Is he
things.
cheating on him with you?
I also, I don't know, how did I get all these other things? That's the other question I ask you.
What other things?
Like, I have these new cantrips and stuff, like where all this stuff
Yes.
comes from. Is that from the
Because
update?
you never picked enough spells. I filled out added some more spells because you
Oh, what is
had
this?
a bunch of blanks in your, what
Oh,
spell, how many
you told
spells
me
you
when I
had.
went through and done that, right? No. I was went in here the other day and I'm like, why do I have all these things?
That's
They
all
did-
I
I did in the chat. It was before last session,
Oh.
so it was a long time ago.
Oh.
All right,
What
so
politics
That's
is it?
fine. It's just,
So-
I was like, what the heck are these things?
so from Pa, I got quick location of the team because of time dilation. Have celestial blood as a means to end curses, but need to know how reliable our assets are. So,
Assets.
yeah.
Celestial blood. Assets.
I may have failed in my words back to him a little bit.
Oh boy.
Messaging is not easy.
So I said, Drago was possessed, but is no more.
And I know, and Pa didn't know that. Is that true that the only person that's touched with the hag's boon is you?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
That's funny.
I said,
Wow.
bargain negated. So you negated your bargain.
Oh,
Yeah, so now I'm the only one stuck with it.
Wolfsbain is questionable.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
vial has fallen at our hands. Meat and Linberry wait for our arrival.
Yeah.
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, because because the person who made the deal was the doll, not you.
Drago, sorry.
Drago, fuck me.
Drago, don't be.
Drago happy.
Yeah. Drago, fuck me, but that
Yeah,
was
so
too.
the
But
rumors
deal,
that Drago got,
technically-
he got them because his downtime activity is he's just been drinking at bars the whole
So
time.
technically,
Yeah.
he
Wait,
made the
you
deal.
get to keep the
Not
boon
me.
though, right?
The doll made the deal.
No, he's been severed from the magic.
I can
Yeah.
say
His
no.
strength
She
is
said yes
19
before I
now.
could say no.
Oh, just a measly 19.
Doesn't mean
So if I had my lawyers involved in this, that'd be a different story. But
I bet that's Pa thought that the reason you brought Nolan to that place is so that you could have him lawyer up and figure out that this contract was null and void. Because I figured with a 20 charisma that you have, you could surely figure out something.
yes,
No,
And you couldn't?
we didn't have the time.
gotcha.
We literally got there, he opened the portal and walked in and said, see ya.
I glaze almonds.
Go to Lindbergh, meet up with your team.
Can you trust him?
I didn't really have a chance to because I wasn't here, and
Okay.
John just said this is what happened to you.
That's fine. Okay. All right.
I didn't have a choice in the matter. John just sent me there.
Well,
That's what he did during his.
Yeah.
Off
was
time.
there, Yeah.
Okay. So I turned to Drago.
My wife had to detach
you
the
point
red.
out the people that told you this.
that's true.
Say that again?
You point out the people that told you these rumors.
Just
Are we in
perfect.
the pub? We gotta go to the pub.
Well, he worked at multiple pubs, and there were people in and out.
Yeah,
It's not like they're like
we were
like
yeah. It was
So,
like
hey, hold on.
like fixtures in the pub.
So,
I was drinking in a pub, and there was a table of people just telling a story, and I just walked over. A bunch of people were listening.
Yeah, they
Kind of
were.
like ghost stories
Right.
of the town, like a folk.
They were refugees on their way east.
Yeah.
Did you recognize any of these people? That we
No,
can ask?
No.
They were.
I was intoxicated, and it was just a bar of people.
add to two things that I found out since last time. Because like I was saying, John.
And they weren't talking to him; they were talking to everyone else. And then
Oh.
he kind of like
Yeah.
came over and is like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's not like they came over. They're like, "You, I would like to tell you this story."
Yeah. I listened in to the story of what's going on. Yeah.
I have a question. So, my divine sense, if I listen to him tell the table that he might have sensed something evil, would I have, like, spidey sense to...
You don't detect evil. You detect unnatural things. So, like, when he detects evil, and good and evil, he doesn't detect evil. He detects celestials, fiends, undead, aberrations, things that don't belong there. You don't detect good and evil.
But you
Like,
don't detect-
not like, you don't detect, like,
A person's
bad
mind.
thoughts. Like, he wants to go kick a puppy. Or, like, you won't detect that.
He wants to
He's a
spank.
si-
He wants to go
he's
spank.
a
it,
sizable
take
puppy.
his bed
And you
sheet.
going up with No, I'm not.
Alright, so divine
probably
sense
do.
isn't really going to help.
No, it helps you find, like, you can find evil creatures.
How much
But
is
you
shorter
have-
than you?
You guys should be cousins.
But say if he was under the influence of a fiend or aberration, you could detect that.
No, that's not how that works.
That's
All right,
how it
so
works.
are you guys, before you go meet them, going to send some people?
That's little brother.
So we can get a head start on the information coming back as we're done with our meetings. When we start to head out, then we hopefully could connect with our team, have them send a scout back as soon as they see something.
Well, who's sending what?
So side note.
Yeah, I'll send my whole team.
Since last session and since last time we all were together, and I found out I didn't have enough cantrips, I now have guidance and spare the dying. So
Nice, spare the dying sense.
Interesting.
That's when you transferred to the new edition. Your background being an acolyte means that you had religious studying, so you have a few holy spells. That's how you get those.
cool.
Because the backgrounds work differently
So
with
is that
the
one thing
2024.
Yeah, so I'll speak up to the group that I'll send
Yeah, there you go.
my talent to Felcross to try to secure more of what is going on.
Yeah, or at least put up a perimeter around the tree.
I'm not necessarily, like, if there's dangerous creatures there and stuff, I don't necessarily want them to be injured. But just to find out, either, because we've heard the decapitations, if they see anything as they travel out in that direction, to come straight back.
That talent going by itself.
What's your acrobat?
Anyone?
If anybody else wants to send theirs, otherwise, yeah.
So,
Anyone?
Talking talent talk.
I get advantage on the
Talent talk.
Yeah. Do you have any extra guys? Do you have anyone that
How much
NPCs that
what's the
you
number though?
I believe so. I think actually.
What is your main number?
There's a price tag on almost everything. Whether you drive a shiny new 1952 model or a pre-war jalopy, you had to pay the price. And when you're driving that car, remember that speed also has its price. The price tag on speed violations last year was 15,000 killed and 500,000 injured. This year, thousands of lives can be saved if you and millions of other motorists come to the sober realization that speed is the biggest killer on the highways and resolve to slow down before you or someone else pays the price that must be paid for it. You can do your part by keeping within speed limits. At all times, drive as though your life depends on it. It does.
Does he have any
There's
members?
more people.
There's 4 people in it.
Yeah, John told us we don't have talents.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have 4.
The 5th member of your talent
he has a
is Paul,
70.
but he's not
You
here.
have a clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a whole group of people.
You're afraid
My
of
talent is
You're
staying
afraid
We should just send one of his talents by
in
himself.
That's what
Linbury.
I'm saying.
No, we're busy.
Then I would love to send my talent.
Is he doing what?
With Rogar.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Watching a kid. It's like 70 guys watching one kid.
Anybody else going to
called that
go across with their
busy.
talents?
So there's 8 people going up. The 4 people from Rogar's talent and the 4 people from Horatio's talent.
I'll
Is that
send.
funny?
I'll send one of my talents.
I can send one of my
Wait,
talents too.
doesn't he only?
Okay, how many talents do we need?
You only have one.
Doesn't he only have 3?
Well, we're just scatting. We're not trying
So
to
you only have
get
3?
them super
No,
involved.
he has
in
4
anything.
people.
Okay.
They both have 4 people.
Get
What
the,
happened-
get
Oh,
us
yeah.
information to
I'm
which
thinking-
direction to go.
What happened to?
Thinking of him as a,
Why can't I find the spreadsheet with all the
Oh.
talents on?
Well,
Just
you
look at
have
files and-
you have one that your most seasoned one
Oh, files.
is led by Gibbs. Then you have another one, which is your next season, led by Todd.
That's the right.
Maybe we should.
Oh,
Todd.
Todd.
Oh, Todd.
Oh,
Yeah.
Todd.
Barry Gibb and Todd.
And then you have
Instruct them to
the talent that is
place
basically your
Gibbons.
nimble fingers. And then you have your
Crow's nest.
last talent,
Yeah,
which
bad
is
in the tree.
led by Cade, the guy you
Of
resurrected.
all the D&D names,
Yeah.
you've got
That's
Todd.
Yes.
So I think the nimble
that way
fingers
you
talent
think
is
I'm
going
gonna
to
get
continue
it.
looking
Yeah.
into that
You're
org.
Chad.
Chip.
Who is?
Blaine.
The nimble
Because it
fingers.
was
Yeah.
eight,
My
we
talent
did
is
an 8-person
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue
like,
looking into that org
yeah.
guild.
Oh, wait until
So let me,
Devin.
Devin.
Bell drum picture.
I guess I
Bring the
could
ground
get
down.
Kate's guys a
Right
little
mouse.
more
Yeah.
experience.
One in
right?
Massachusetts opening it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we could identify a point outside of town
That would be-
to collect their.
Yeah, so let me, I'm gonna consult with Cade and see if he's, past his traumas enough to go out on a mission.
So,
Or if he's.
So they're
still-
fell across to
traumas
secure the tree.
So you're gonna send him?
enough. Yeah, well.
they're
I'm
going full
gonna-
across, there's 8 people
Yeah.
going full across to security.
secure the tree and like establish a base of operations.
Potentially, and if there's nothing going on, yes.
Yeah.
If there's
Full
something
across
going
is,
on, they need to come back and get
Yeah,
us.
it's a wasteland, right?
Because it's ruins. It's all in ruins right now. So.
Let me,
But yeah, if we've heard anything about the Dark Riders, maybe that's also a cue for them to come back.
And we're all sitting in the tavern right now?
Yep. All right. So you guys have basically sent between you. There's 13
Who's this going to?
13 soldiers going up to
Full
Felcross.
I'm instructing my men to construct hunter's perches in the tree. Much like you see there, much like, if you're looking
In the tree?
in the tree.
Okay.
Good.
And,
All right, so who are you guys going to see after you give your orders to your soldiers?
The region.
Do you want to see the region or the captain?
I go for the region.
the region first.
actually, Regent, yeah.
All right, Region it is.
I'm just speaking
Be
personally.
a team player. Let's do it.
I miss my dog.
Wait, that's why
Where do
we're
you send out
going?
your
No. That's why I'm going.
Wow,
I don't
that's-
care about this pigeon guy.
To do what?
To see
I'm
if
just
there's
here to
anything
heal
of
you,
any,
babies. Remember,
mark.
When you heal,
Scout.
Because he heard
I
that,
heal, just
heard
like
that they
that.
were
Yeah.
towards the west, people were showing up with no heads.
Gotcha.
When you heal, I heal.
Just like that.
So,
That's all.
No.
Coriander and myrrh.
I thought.
No, I thought it was ludicrous.
Yes, it is.
This
Oh,
one
yeah,
is.
it is, yeah.
Biggie's own. Biggie headlining.
When you heal, I heal. Just like that.
All right.
When you
So
cream up, I cream up, just like that.
So you come in. You're allowed entrance into the castle, and greeted by the soldiers, and they lead you. Captain Elwin picks you up and brings you up to a room where there's a battle map of the valley set out.
I know
And
that the Regent was Pierce Brosnan.
yes.
Yeah, he's super handsome. This guy's like,
It's not over.
look at how handsome this guy is.
Take a picture.
Jeez.
Take a picture so you
Is that
can.
fucking James Bond?
Are we all gonna fall in love with him at the end?
He's got a little more square jaw than Pierce Brosnan.
Looks
It's
more
pretty
like
close,
Josh Duhamel.
He looks like
Yeah, I would say more Josh than
Josh
Pierce.
Duhamel than
All right.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't say Jamie
looks like
from
a
Game of
fucking
Thrones.
snack
a
is
little
my
bit.
point.
An old version of Jamie.
Well, remember his lover is Livia the Golden, which is considered to be one of the most beautiful people in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Can I call him Zaddy?
You can call him whatever
We're all
you
going to be
want.
calling him Daddy by the end.
Zaddy.
Oh, what?
Daddy.
Zaddy.
What's a Zaddy?
So there is also in the room, there is a woman with vibrant red hair, but a little older, not really old, like maybe late 30s. She's also there.
So ancient.
That's not very old.
Late 30s at this point is people would consider old
Oh,
because
fair
they're no
enough.
longer like really.
Because they'll be
Yeah,
dead by 50.
Whatever.
Well,
whatever
they're,
deal.
they're not really giving a lot of children at this point,
Yeah,
which would
yeah.
be.
Gotcha.
Then
Usefulness
there's
as
the
well.
captain, and also in the corner looking out the window, not really paying attention to all the troop movements on the map is Olivia.
Where's the boy?
He's not in here right now. He's with his
You got a
bike.
picture of Olivia? Or no? I was gonna stare at this guy the whole time.
No, we're staring at Mr.
The Regent looks, he's like, excellent, you are here.
You called for us. So that's
Lord Cabinet will be here momentarily.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, is
We
that-
are looking for
Is that
a
Timmy?
report. I have heard word from your commander that you have traveled north to Durham.
Yes.
And obviously, we have gotten the refugees and Fellcross has fallen.
Yes.
And we heard Black Rock was attacked. And we were able to assist you in saving the lives of the people in that town. What else information do you have?
Well, crosses and ruins.
What else information?
Far
Right.
beyond. There is not a single soul left.
Oh.
That's all I know. I wasn't with them. So
We could say we.
You mean like-
I got some.
I have some information.
Yeah.
Nice.
We need everything we got or we're fucked. That's
Wow.
about it.
I can tell you this, we believe we defeated the Vial.
We believe.
No, we
So the
didn't.
northern forces have
The
been
vial's dead.
extinguished.
The vial's
I
dead.
never didn't believe in a thing called love. But that's just
The vial's dead. 40,000 zombies have been destroyed. There's a handful still running around out here.
Well,
But other than that,
We have evacuated everything south of the Wheeled River, and we are keeping any area of the river that is shallow enough to be easily forded, or near any bridges have soldiers. We are conscripting the full force of the
I
valley.
can't see anything in there.
What'd you say?
So it makes sense why no one could even do anything back in the day. You can't see a goddamn thing here.
Well, that's why I was saying you could leave the other light on. It gives a little more light.
Yeah,
in the
you're the
room.
one that was like, shut it off.
Well, I didn't know we were supposed to like looking at things.
Looking at the map that's been in front of us the
I
entire
was
time.
looking at it. I looked at it earlier, but now I forgot everything that was on it.
and we're not supposed to be looking at things like we do every
Show 'em
time.
that map. Tell them which day they can
What's
Oh, no, yeah.
what's the god of what's Bane Solis' son's name again?
Shikol.
So Chakal is also playing a big part in this.
Oh, that's a beard, man.
And
What part does a god have in this?
he's pulling the strings.
The 5 black fingers. What do they call it? The hand. Is
This is a new map to you guys?
Yes.
part of a group that's
I
trying
know
to
this.
resurrect the god.
He kind of like sighs, and the lady with the red hair kind of rolls her eyes. She's like, I don't care about religion. It's like, how do we defend this city? And what is the threat that this city face?
I handed him the map and I say we're on day 5.
Well,
They look at it.
I look at her and I say, you might want to start caring about religion because that's probably the only thing that's going to save your ass right now.
As the
are you
crown guy
aware
in
of
second.
the headless of some of your, I don't know, some of your troops are being found headless?
Captain, he looks over at the captain, and the captain kind of gives him a short nod. He's like, I was heard that pockets of refugees to the west, as they've been fleeing, there's been a cascade. Almost majority of all people from Ansom's Crossing, Casto, and Wickott have all been given the order to head to Linbury.
Ha. Head.
Yes.
However,
Really.
we were finding as these families migrated west, those that weren't in large enough trains were going missing. So we sent riders out. We found the missing refugees, but all these pockets of people were found on the road decapitated.
Interesting.
And to our knowledge, there's been no witnesses as to what's causing this.
Well,
So-
the rumors is some of the refugees that gave here, as we were interviewing them, said on particular nights they would sometimes see dark riders at the edge of their vision, and when called out to, would disappear back into the night.
Were they headless?
I don't know.
Have you any reports about
This
the
would be hollow.
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards this is where this is going. I'm just saying.
Well, let's just let it unfold.
Are you clean? Is this a clean cut?
Could you speed us
does
along
it
to the
look like
front
an
row? Like this
animal
horseman?
decapitated them, or like a sword, or is there any?
They
Evidence
were
of anything?
sharp removals.
Has
So
a
you
nervous
say-
school teacher entered the town?
So you say Dark Rider. I am aware of a Dark Rider from the past
Really?
Likes to shake hands.
that likes to shake hands.
Well, I remember that guy.
Wasn't that the, what's his face?
That was.
Oh yeah.
No, so there
that
was,
that was
in
guy
one of
that
our
was
first
Yeah.
sessions,
in servants
Oh, I remember.
in League
Goliath
with
and Otis.
Yes.
I tried to pull him away.
Yeah.
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 But I thought that was, what's his face? The
No, that's not the Harbinger.
Harbinger.
No, it's that's.
It was an undead creature.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a
yeah.
dark rider.
And we haven't seen him again since.
We haven't seen him since.
No. So
Oh, no.
back
Now he's
when
got
we
friends.
went to
No, the Goliath is
to
Yeah, Goliath was his name.
back when we went to
Yes.
retrieve the air,
Now he's got friends.
we came across a Dark Rider.
Goliath is coming
Sounds
Because
vaguely,
he wants to shake your hand again.
Yeah, well,
vaguely
my
like
dad, that guy
it
died.
could
He
possibly
did
be
instantly.
Yeah.
He did.
Interesting.
the same type of creature.
Yeah.
Yes. They had to kill him then.
We don't know what it is. Since then, we've cautioned
Maybe he's one of
the refugees
Yes,
to
thinking.
Yeah.
travel in larger groups. However, that advice has slowed down the refugee train
What do you mean by larger groups?
Refugee train.
to not go individual families, but to go in groups of families. No group of like 20 plus people has been attacked,
I say it.
but groups under 10 people, although groups that were found slain were under 10 people. So we've advised people to try to travel in larger groups to protect themselves, and we've also sent a group of knights out of Galay to escort the western edge of the refugees.
So our talents, as long as we got at least 10 of them, might not get.
As you guys are talking,
Oh, yeah, free
Lord
time-
Cadman
free
walks
time.
in, and he just kind of nods to you and walks up. He's like, "Oh, thank
What's
you."
up, Caddy?
And the captain looks over. He's like, "Excuse me, Regent. There is another issue. We have sent a wagon with gold, silver bars to the Gildan Hills in the south, hoping to hire some of the dwarves to aid in our defense. However, we have not heard a response back. And it does not appear that our shipment ever arrived."
Interesting.
Okay. So
Good job
correct
for
me if
other
I'm wrong.
talents.
Mhm.
Wasn't the Harbinger headed to the south and operating from the southern front?
The last you knew is the map that you guys have that says the Harbinger was leading the army out of Decatur.
Okay. So
And then Lord Brain goes, "Oh yes." Lady Brennan's like, "Yes, this uplifting religion of you that will motivate our fine lord into the defense of this." And Regent looks down at the table and he goes, "I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but spreading prophecies that the fact that we will fail is not helping anyone. We need our issues dealt with. We need to know all our scouts. I've stopped sending my scouts completely west. We know the force of the undead have crossed the river and are making their way here. We know the refugees are being haunted by a dark rider. I need all the help of the dwarves in the south. I don't need predictions of our failure. That isn't helping anyone.
Oh,
Sir,
I think you need to look at it from all
yeah,
viewpoints.
two things can be true at the same time.
Yep.
You can both be
I think-
wet and being pissed on.
So I now see why she didn't tell you, because you are not willing to entertain the idea that something could be beyond you.
The region kind of just like gives a long sigh and goes, beyond me doesn't help my people. It doesn't help these people that are dying. We need real solutions, and we need
Your
things
inability to
done now.
consider it doesn't help your people.
Okay.
Consider what? Consider I have no action.
Because it's not saying
The
that.
marker.
It's saying gather all the forces
having a hard time
and
seeing
be
it.
prepared for the worst.
No,
and
no, I
maybe
just
at
needed
that
this
point,
paper. I know
we
I can't
may
remember
actually
what it
stand a fucking chance.
That is true.
It is true.
I've already drafted and am continuing to draft. We have 2,000 soldiers, you might have noticed, in this town, and that are currently being trained, some by your own soldiers.
You have
Yeah.
2,000 novices.
Some of them are. But that is all we have in this valley, and unless you can produce new allies, either the dwarves in the south or any other faction that you might reveal to us, it is no good to spread rumors that we will fail unless
Send out
the
riders.
gods come down
Can we
themselves.
get pot to bring
Send out riders to the orc
for,
tribes.
Faye?
What do you think I've been trying to remember?
Where are the orc tribes?
Oh, well, we can give you that information.
Yeah. No, we're not sending anybody to the orchard.
The most of what we
message to them.
Right, we'll send.
Yeah,
this- we
the
can-
most we've known is the orc tribes all migrated west. And since then, our routes north are blocked by blockades on the road and wandering undead at night. I'm not going to send out more riders to find something I've never been to.
Found Mercy and the brothers. The other tribes.
Oh, yeah, the orcs.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so if we could try to mess with Mercy and see if we can get her to bring that.
Yeah, she just can't bring one thing with her.
We really,
The last thing I heard were the orcs were aligned with this dark elf.
Mm,
Yeah.
a lot of the orcs had their bonds broken
and
once the
those,
vial was destroyed.
and now it's malaligned. So there is a chance, given that we move our interest close enough to the middle, we
Some-
might be able to.
Some orcs may be working with Harbinger, but there are others that are free of their.
The red-haired lady's like, now we're going to trust the defense of this city to orcs?
You don't understand the gravity of the situation.
Why don't
Who
you
was the
trust?
one that left
Why don't
the
you
room?
trust us?
Who left the room?
Priestess.
She pissed me off. I pissed her off. So
Yeah.
I will send her a humble apology later. But you know,
Tactically.
whoever this advisor is over here is not doing us any favors either by denying every single thing that comes up.
And here is the other advisor.
Okay. Yeah, she looks like a clown.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's better.
Jeez.
We totally do
Was
it.
it the hot people?
I mean, that's what AI does. Is
Yeah.
it makes hot people.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you need to consider gaining allies where you may not
Are you reading
usually
the
find
thing?
them.
What if we sent word to
Yeah,
the east?
it was like- I'm sure it was right leaning.
I know we've had disputes with the kingdom, the castle to the east.
Camelin?
What's
Is it Camelin? Yeah.
yeah? What if we
They are subservient to the crown. They've already started mustering. We've been mustering soldiers from all the eastern realm.
And then I guess on a side note, I know the Northern and Southern Imperium are not exactly happy friends with each other at this point.
Exactly.
Have we maybe sent any word to the Southern Imperium to ask for any
the Civil War will not be civil anymore. There's no civility be left because there's no society. This will destroy all of us if we don't grab the Southern forces and ask for their help, because this will affect them too.
We can send messengers, but understand that the path to the Southern Imperium, that takes 3 weeks to get there. Give them word in 3 weeks for any word to return back.
It may not take that long.
Was there ever any ancient ways to travel? To get
You know the answer
I
to
think
that,
we're
so
on
maybe we just go with it may not take that long.
It may not take that long. I think you should think about accepting which territories you will be losing in order to win this final war. And just forgive the West and maybe consider it going to the South.
We will see what we can have for options, but even if they can give help, it would be weeks away from now. And this army that's marching here is already south of the Weald, and they are not weeks away.
He's playing with the nipples.
You and the boobs.
There's a boot guy.
Like turn on one door, poke out, be like, oh no,
that's not it. Close the other.
Nope, this isn't it either. You know, until we
Like that scene
Monsters
from
Incorporated.
Beetlejuice.
Little monsters.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
We could. Maybe.
It seems like
I
a lot to do about. I guess we could.
Probably take
Believe-
less than 3 weeks though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
it might
So-
be a better idea to give up on this headless issue and focus on what happens with the Jordan forces.
No.
That's okay. Nope, I'm hearing that. Okay.
And this is the Halloween
Yeah, okay,
episode.
no,
Bobby.
Yeah,
We're
we
supposed
need
go
to
after
find
the
out the
guy.
headless problem.
I mean, jeez.
No, you can. There's many problems, but the main problem is the undead army. So that headless problem is part of it. Maybe you deal with it, maybe you don't. Maybe you deal with other rumors you found.
Sometimes you feel like a hit, sometimes you
I'm just thinking, again, back to the old game of Brisk I used to play. We need these forces now just to cripple what's about to happen. And yeah, it's a bummer that people traveling in groups in 5 and 6 somehow won't be able to see their 7th birthday. It's a bummer. But, I know, I'm so sorry I said that.
Jeez, that went dark.
7th birthday. What the heck is that?
Because they're children and they're alone and then they're dead. Because they're traveling as refugees up the road.
Why are
And
children
these people are
traveling
coming out of the woods and chopping their heads off, but we don't know if they're aligned
Why do they
to
have
what
to be kids?
or why.
Let's investigate. Let's investigate what's killing those
Yeah,
7-year-olds.
There's no candy house
We
in
gotta
the
head.
woods
We
anymore.
gotta head that way anyway.
Yeah, we might as well.
Fair point. I really, I'm sure Skidrick has the same idea as I. I need to see my reaching baby boy. Where's my silver hair kid?
He's with his escort.
Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. So we figured it out. We are not in a Sleepy Hollow situation. Thank you very much for listening to Dungeonetics. We reach in all things Dungeonetics. It's Dungeonetics on Instagram, Facebook, gmail.com, and Blue Sky. Yeah, that's right. Most of our stuff visually, if you want to contact us, I would recommend Instagram. The bleeps and bloops you heard throughout the episode can be found at freesounds.org. The music that you heard at the beginning by Kellen. And the music that you are currently listening to by Virus of Ideals. Remember, adventurers, each inside every one of you is a perfect human being. Along the way, you will get a couple chips. Shoot. You may lose a couple pounds, but you still are you, and that's just good enough. You may have changed, you may have chipped, you may have turned yellow in the places that you wish were pearly white. But on top of all of that, you are you, and that should be good enough. Have a great day.